people, Michael J. Fox, very poor son of a bitch, gone through a lot.
What is it? The Parkinson's? Okay.
Yeah. And he said, well, how do you sound so optimistic? It's just amazing that he says, the key to maintaining optimism is gratitude. He said, be grateful for what there is and understand that.
Don't focus on what you don't have.
Because optimism can exist within gratitude.
That's
a
of profound.
Genius statement.
Yeah. Well, I would say gratitude is optimism, but you've got to always have it, though. And we all tend to dwell on things that are bothering us, and we always have something to gripe about. My mother said, look for the bright side.
Right.
And sometimes we don't do that. And there's got to be a bright side in everything.
And that's what Florence used to say when I was a kid. Think of the good things. What I didn't realize, why she was saying that, is because if you think about all the shit, you're not going to be able to go to sleep tonight. You're going to be up worrying about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, your mind loves solving problems. And if it takes it all night, it'll work on it.
But what you don't realize is you don't have to be conscious for that to happen.
Oh, no,
you can go to sleep and it'll probably happen a lot better.
You can sleep through most of that, but your brain's still working. That goes back to what I told you a few weeks ago about when I die, go ahead and cremate me, but give it a day or two. I don't want that brain still thinking.
Yeah, like...
I want it to be dead, too.
This guy had this done, put on his tombstone, where it says live, laugh, and love. His said live, laugh, love, when live was crossed out.
Okay, we got that one.
Yeah. I said, no, that's funny. That's
pretty funny. Yeah, pretty funny. Live forever doesn't work.
Yeah, but more and more, I'm watching more and more things that I didn't used to waste my time on, because if it was 10 minutes, 30 minutes, but I'm watching a lot of afterlife things. People involved with the dying business, work, hospice, nurses, things like that. Doctors, people who say their life has changed since they started doing this. Said, man, I was very skeptic and very pragmatical and, scientific, and says, I didn't believe nothing. But now I have to say there's got to be something more than what I used to understand. So.
But you still don't understand what's going on.
Oh, no. Yeah. And those are the ones you want to listen to, because they'll tell you, look, I don't know nothing, but I'm going to tell you what happened to me. This has happened to me. And I seen this and I seen that. And
the hospice nurses will tell you that people go through certain things too when they're dying.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. There's
common.
Natural things that's just you can figure it's going to be this way, this way, this way, or that way. Yeah, but then there's things that happen during all of this that make you think differently.
It's the near-death experience of things. I don't know. Again, that's back to my mind still working, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're retaining what your brain was still going. Depends on your upbringing and your culture, but Christians see Jesus and Buddhists see Buddha. And I guess Muhammad's in there somewhere too for a certain crowd. But I truly think that it comes down to your subconscious,
Me too.
It's what's there.
And I'm hearing things, like this one woman says, she was working with this one young guy. He was in hospice. He was in his 30s, terminal disease, wasn't nothing anybody could do about it. He was dying. And he said, yeah, he was bitter about it. He said, shit, I'm a young man. And I came down with this uncurable disease. And so he's passing, and he spoke a lot with this woman because she was practical and reasonable and fun to look at. And she said the last time she saw him, he was unconscious, but she'd stopped to check. And she'd left, and the other nurse that was staying there, she said she got out of her car and she heard this guy's voice, and she just had an overwhelmingly wonderful feeling. And she heard this guy's voice, said, oh my God, Julie, if I knew it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have had any question or doubt or fear at all. This is incredibly wonderful. And she said, for a few minutes I could feel that, and she said, and then it was just gone. And her phone rang. And it was the nurse in there making the call, letting her know that he had just passed. She said, what the hell was that? She said, all of a sudden, I didn't just feel good. I just suddenly felt wonderful. And I think he somehow let me know what it felt like. She said, and I was overwhelmed. She said, when it lifted, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't drive anymore. I'm crying.
Hey.
You know? She said, so, you know, and that's not the only thing she's talked about. It's interesting.